Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I have my normal amount of energy, which is still a lot, but not as much as yesterday. For some reason, yesterday I was really energetic. I don't even know why. I think it was the sports day, and just that went better than I expected, and so I just had a good day after that. Not that I didn't have a good day today, because I had a great day today, but I'll get more into that in the end of the video. I had such a good day that I ended up writing Marichat for you guys, and I ended up making it way too long. It's more than 1,000 words. I know that. I don't know the exact number, so I'll check that somewhere in the video, and at the end of the video, I'll say that. But yeah, it's a lot longer than my normal videos. More than 1,000 words. And yeah, it's a Marichat. Could be a one-shot, but if you guys really like it, I wouldn't mind extending it, as always. Let's get started then. Hope you enjoy. Scars, a Miraculous Ladybug fan fiction. It was a normal patrol for Chat Noir. It was his night. He was supposed to end it at around 10 p.m., but it was 2 in the morning, and he just couldn't sleep. The streets were quiet, the lights were off, the cars were parked, the birds in the nest, the villains asleep or caught. At least until he passed Paris's best bakery. The third floor's lights were on. Odd. Marinette should have been well asleep by now. It was the weekend, but Marinette seemed to be the type of person to not completely mess up their schedule during the weekend. At least, not the time of sleeping. Marinette definitely slept way past 7:45 on weekends. He decided to check on her. She was a friend, and probably one of the only civilians that would not completely fan out and treat him like a higher power. She was the one who saw a human who would talk and listen, give advice, not question his life. And she never asked for anything in return, not even a photo. He always had a lot on his mind, and she could help. He kept thinking of Ladybug, not the way he used to. He was thinking of what happened. He wasn't blushing, he wasn't becoming dreamy or fantasizing. He felt nothing but a partner. Marinette, though, she seemed like she could become more. He knocked 3 times on her trapdoor. Marinette couldn't sleep. She was hurting all over. The last few Akumas had been rough, and her suit was supposed to be the lucky one. It was not the same as her partner. He was the shield. He had the ability to get hurt and heal. She, however, had luck. She was supposed to avoid the hits overall. She also kept thinking of Adrian. Not the way she used to. She was thinking of what happened. She wasn't blushing. She wasn't becoming dreamy or fantasizing. She felt nothing but a friend. Chat, though. He seemed like he could become more. So when she heard 3 knocks above her, she knew exactly who it was. She opened it and was met with glowing emerald seas of her partner's eyes. Chat saw curious, gentle, calm blues of his new crush's eyes. "Hi, Kit Kat. What's up?" she asked softly. "Saw your lights on. Wanted to check on my princess." He smiled. She let him in. He jumped into her bed. "Shouldn't you be asleep, kitty?" she asked. She knew the patrol schedule. "Yeah, what about you? It's pretty late." "Even for a weekend?" he asked, taking in the pinks of her room. He finally got a good look at her, and she had her arms behind her back, as if she was hiding something. "Yeah, couldn't sleep. Have a lot on my mind. Don't think it'd be too comfy anyways," she muttered the last part. And if he didn't have superhuman hearing, he probably wouldn't have heard anything. "Can I see your arms, princess? You seem uncomfortable," he asked in a whisper. What? I'm not," she sighed, knowing it was helpless. "Fine," she whispered and brought her hands in front of her, revealing her newest set of scars. Getting thrown into the glass that lines the building hurts more than you think. And that's saying something. It's a shame. It takes so much energy to use the miraculous cure. She focuses on the people first, then the properties and roads, then the offices and landmarks. By then, she uses so much energy she forgets about herself. Then she pretends to have energy if she has commitments, or just takes a nap if she has the time. Chat gasped and went near her. He assessed her injuries, the worst possibilities in his head. She harms herself. Her parents abuse her. Someone did this to her. She's in danger. Possibility after possibility. Before he could control it, a low growl was escaping his mouth. Marina imagined his point of view. She had never seen him this mad, not even when it happened. He was mad, sure, of course he was. But for some reason, he looked at her with special care. She could feel it. It was the same way she started looking at him. She pulled her arm out of his hand and put both arms around his neck and hugged him tightly. He immediately returned it, the growl becoming a purr. He never did something like that before. She remembered that cats purr when they were comfortable, and she remembered Tiki telling her that the cat Miraculous holder did it to heal, a sign of love and care. Her chest felt warm and her cheeks heated up. What happened? Did someone do this? Was it you, on purpose, an accident? He asked, concerned but angry. She knew the anger was not at all directed at her. Relax, my kitty, it was not me. But it wasn't the person's fault. They didn't mean it, she told him. A victim was akumatized, a young woman who apologized a lot when she was purified. When they purified her. Marinette never held anything against victims. That wasn't right. I don't care, they hurt you. Why are you so forgiving? He said, voice too high for the night silence of the city of love. Shush, it's still late. Or early, she said. You're my best friend, Marinette. Sometimes I put you above my partner. You talk to me as a person. You see me a human with flaws. You're honest with me. You never ask for anything in return. Not even the simplest thing, not a photo or an autograph. You don't brag when you have all the right to. You're brave, you're kind, you're amazing. I'm just a guy hiding in a mask. I don't deserve you. No one does. You're way too good for anyone. I just love you so much, and you probably don't feel the same. I'm so worried. You're my princess. I want to be your knight, to protect you. Emotionally, physically, mentally, I want to be there for you. He finished his confession. Oh, my kitty. Marinette pulled back and looked into his eyes. Her hands went to play with his hair. I love you too. How can I not? You're not just a guy hiding behind a mask. You're a hero. A kind heart. You care. You're amazing. I see perfection in you. So what if you make a mistake once in a while? You are a human, a mortal person. I worry about you too. How do you think I feel when I watch you become a human shield? When you get hit and the cure has to bring you back? When you fight again and again, I worry every time. Of course I love you, she giggled as a few tears left her eyes. Why was she being emotional? Chat was right there confessing his love. At least she knew that he would never judge her. He pulled her closer till their faces were centimeters apart. Is this okay? He whispered. She answered by meeting him the rest of the way. They kissed. They put so much emotion into it. They only separated to get some much-needed oxygen. Wow, she whispered to him. Yeah, wow, he said. She giggled, her hand still around his neck, pulling him to lay on the bed next to her. She turned off the light, snuggling into her kitty's chest, laying there. She felt safe and comfortable. So, what now? He asked as he wrapped his arms around her and breathed her in. We'll see, she said, and drifted off into a comfortable sleep. And that is the end of this fan fiction. It's called Scars because, the marks in her arms are her scars. But yeah, I really liked it. If you guys want it to be another part and stuff, I'm happy to do that. And today I'm just going to talk about my day again like yesterday, and you guys are going to talk about yours if you want to do that in the comments. Because I love to hear about your days, and I love that And some people actually put a lot of time and detail into it, and that I appreciate that so much, because it shows that my effort, like, you guys are giving some effort back to me. And I just love reading your comments. Because all of you are just so nice. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk about my day. So for starters, I didn't have to go to school today. I chose to because my mom had a surgery today. She's back home now already. But yeah, she offered to let us stay home because she wouldn't be able to pick us up anyway, so she'd most likely send my aunt. But I wanted to go because I've been enjoying school the last few days, so I decided, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And so I did. Yeah, so it was a dress down day, which meant that we didn't have to go in our clothes. So I wore black pants and a hoodie because that's what most of my closet is, if you guys didn't know. I have like 8 pairs of pants that are the exact same material, brand, color, size, everything. They're the same pair of pants, literally 8 times. Yeah, so it's just, the pant is just a black pant that's sort of tight. Not really tight. And it's black, comfortable, flexible. Yeah, it's just a black pair of pants. Pretty standard. Socks, just some white socks. Hoodie, it's a pretty big hoodie that is a dark, like a navy blue, with a dull kind of square in the middle that has a zoom in of a flower. And yeah, it's not that much color. And then finish it off with my Apple Watch, and yeah, that's what I wore today. Yeah, and then so for the start of the day, registration, attendance, that was good. Then we were doing something called Million Solar Stars or something like that. But the teacher, it was my design teacher, my science teacher, they decided they didn't want me to just like, do our unit in science, which is cooking, chemistry, and just go, well, why don't we just like, just throw some solar energy and go back into cooking chemistry. No, they wanted to relate it. So instead of building like, solar powered boats and cars, they decided to let us build these things that cook food. Basically, it's zero energy. It's just like, aluminium or a reflective surface around a black paper or something, or food that is like, preferably something black wrapped up in plastic, reusable plastic. And yeah, it cooks the food, and that's what they use in refugee camps and stuff. That's where we're learning it, because it's a real issue. And yeah, we spent 80 minutes on that. We got a 20-minute break, and we did another 80 minutes. Luckily, they decided to mix classes, so I got to be with my 2 best friends. And we named our thing Vega or Vega or something like that. I think it was VEGA, Vega. I don't know. It's named after a star, our thing. We just googled bright stars, and that came up, and we thought, oh, that's a cool name. And so we did it. Yeah, and so basically we just did a cardboard and aluminium and cut up shapes, and yeah, we just tried to make it as nice as possible. We had a 20-minute break and 80 more minutes. So yeah, it was about 2 hours, 40 minutes, almost 3-hour project. Then we had to do well-being gaming. Basically, all the things that we have done in the last 2 days had to relate to the pillars of the school. And one of the pillars is well-being, another is environment, another is international awareness, another is innovation. It's like stuff like that. But like one of the biggest one is well-being, so we did well-being gaming. Basically, a requirement is game. Play a game, video game, any type of game, and it's for your well-being, so it's like a 40-minute break. Extra break. And so yeah, you could use your phone, your iPad, your MacBook, your Apple Watch. No one really played on their Apple Watches, or MacBooks for that matter. Most people did their phones and iPads, and that's what I also did. Mainly my iPad though. I did a bit on my phone. Yeah, but and then 40-minute assembly of a nice mom who was talking about her kid having a disability, but here we call it a child of determination. And yeah, the kid had Angelman syndrome, which is, or AS, and yeah, she just talked about that for 40 minutes. and then 40-minute break, and then 40 minutes we watched the talent show, and then 40 minutes we had to test our things from the morning. And so we went outside. We went back to the classroom first and grabbed our stuff, but the counselor was actually talking to the other class right before, and so that's what we interrupted. And because it's Thursday, she brought her dog. The counselor brings her dog every Thursday as the campus cuddle dog. So like on Thursdays, you can cuddle with him. And yeah, it's a really nice dog. He's pretty old. He's 16. And he's deaf as well. But he's a lovely dog who likes people, who socializes with everyone in class. He's super friendly. It doesn't hurt anyone. Nice dog. And yeah, the counselor decided to look at our experiment to see if our things work. So we went to the rooftop garden, the urban garden that they do on the roof. Because, one of the things is environment. So they decided to do a garden on the roof. There's like pumpkins, mint, tomatoes. There's a bunch of things up there. And yeah, we just put our thing there, and we decided the teachers decided to do s'mores. So we got our marshmallow, some chocolate, crackers each, and put them onto our devices, and we basically just had to wait for like 30 minutes for them to cook. And so we were just talking on the roof, and it was nice. It was a bit hot, and the dog was there, so everyone was giving him a bunch of attention, and yeah, it was really nice. I don't have a pet, and I love animals, so yeah. And then 40 minutes we did more talent show, and yeah, that's the end of the day. It was pretty fun, especially that part with the s'mores and the dog, because I love animals. Yeah, so how was your guys' day? Mine was definitely nice, and yeah, my mom's okay. Her surgery went well. She did it at like 3 p.m. today, and she's already back, and it's almost 10, which is pretty late, but because it's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday, which is the weekend here. Friday and Saturday weekend. So yeah, I gotta post this because it's already about 15 minutes late. So yeah, see you in a bit. See you tomorrow. Bye. Hope you enjoyed this longer fanfic.